Let's continue our series on Revelation chapter 9 with verses 6 through 10. Let's read it. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. 7. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. 8. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. 9. And they had breastplates, as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. 10. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. Here are some thoughts on these verses. Number 1. These verses describe a very painful and frustrating time for people. The text says that in this period of time, people will seek death and not find it. They will desire to die, but death will flee from them. So the picture is that people in this period of time are seeking to end their lives because of all of the torment that's happening. But no matter how hard they try, death won't come. Death is a way of escape. It's a way out. It's a release from pain and suffering. And here in Revelation 9, it says that it's the one thing that people want more than anything else, because everything else has failed them, right? All of their hopes and dreams have been dashed, and so now they just want to die. But death won't come. And so that just adds another level of misery to an already miserable situation. Now, John saw these locusts described as being like horses that were ready for battle, or war horses. These horses would have been the most powerful force on the battlefield. Their heads had crowns on them like gold, which symbolizes royalty, and their faces were like the faces of men. So we don't know what the original form of these creatures were, but we do know that they've been transformed into something terrifying. Now, there's a lot of debate about what these creatures are. Many believe that they are demons, perhaps fallen angels. Others believe that they are human. I think that's less likely considering the things that are described in the next few verses. These creatures are like horses that are ready for battle, and they're going out to battle. And let me tell you, if you're in the battle, you don't want to be on the receiving end of these locusts. If you're on the receiving end, you're going to lose. These creatures are relentless. Their breath is going to cause death wherever they go. Wherever they travel, people are going to die. Wherever they camp, people are going to die. There's going to be massive amounts of death, and it says that their breath is what kills people. That's not natural. That's supernatural. The word breath there could also be translated smoke, and it reminds me of the smoke that comes out of the mouth of the dragon, the smoke that comes out of the mouth of the beast, the smoke that comes out of the mouth of the false prophet. There's this imagery throughout Revelation of death, destruction, fire coming out of the mouths of evil beings. And here in Revelation 9, it's coming out of the mouths of these locusts. They have hair like women, and that could be referring to something feminine, or it could be referring to something decadent, something luxurious. In the time of John, wealthy women would often wear wigs made out of human hair. Those women would pluck out the hair of people who were enslaved, people who were in bondage. So that's why it says that these locusts have hair like women. Their teeth are like the teeth of lions. So they're fierce, they're strong, they're wild, they're dangerous, they're predators, they attack, they devour. People aren't safe anywhere. Not in the city, not in the country. No place is safe from these locusts. The text goes on to say that they have breastplates like breastplates of iron. So they're heavily armed. They're ready for battle. These locusts are like chariots. Chariots were the tanks of that day. If you wanted to go to war, you didn't go with foot soldiers, you went with chariots. And so when John sees these chariots, he says that the sound of their wings is like the sound of chariots. So these creatures are fast, they're ferocious, they're deadly, they're violent, they're swift. They're like the special forces of the army of hell. They're like the best that hell has to offer. They're like the special ops team of demons, if you will. But notice that John uses human language to describe these creatures. He uses human terms. He says that their tails are like the tails of scorpions. Scorpions have stingers, and these locusts have stingers too, and they can use those stingers to paralyze people, and they can use those stingers to cause people to fall asleep so that they can devour them, so that they can eat them. So these creatures are vicious, they're merciless, they're cruel, they're nasty, and they attack people in every way possible. And their power is to hurt people for 5 months. 5 months of agony, 5 months of torment, 5 months of misery. You don't want to be around in this period of time. It says that there is no escape. There is no hiding place. There is no peace. There is no respite. These locusts will find you wherever you are, and you will feel their sting. And once you feel their sting, your agony begins. Your suffering begins. Your torment begins. And it lasts for 5 months. After 5 months, maybe you'll die. Maybe the locusts kill you, or maybe you survive. Maybe you live to see even worse things happen. So what do we learn from these verses? Verse 11 tells us that these locusts do not have power over the birds. And we learned in verse 3 that only the smoke from the abyss could harm people. What can harm these locusts? Well, verse 11 gives us the answer. It says that only the saints can harm these locusts. Only the saints can resist the locusts. Only the saints can defeat the locusts. And what can harm you? Only the blood of the Lamb. Only Jesus can defeat the locusts in your life. Only Jesus can break the power of the locusts in your life. Only Jesus can deliver you from the oppression of the locusts in your life. And so if you're struggling today, and you feel like you're under attack, and you feel like you're being tormented, and you feel like you're being afflicted by these demonic powers, then look to Jesus. Look to the blood of the Lamb. Trust in the Lord Jesus Christ, and He will destroy these locusts in your life. Put your trust in the Lord Jesus Christ, and He will set you free. Cast all your anxieties upon Him. Cast all your fears upon Him. Cast all your worries upon Him, because He cares for you. And remember, the Spirit in you is far more powerful than any spirit that might be trying to oppress you or afflict you. May God bless you, and until next time, Shalom.